scared.
Not you clicking on another video of mine, but welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my chicken Alfredo. Very simple, quick, and easy. I don't know about y'all, but chicken Alfredo is a weekly meal at my house. It is something that is quick and easy to make for my family. I gotta feed my husband and my kids. So this is the way that I make my chicken Alfredo. I start off with some Famous Dave's chicken rub seasoning. I throw in some garlic powder, some onion powder, some paprika, a Sazon packet for color, a little bit of Tony's Creole seasoning, and some garlic, some minced garlic, as well as some salt-free garlic and herb seasoning with a little bit of olive oil, and then I mix it all together. As you can see right here, I was contemplating, did I want to mix this with my hands or did I want to get a utensil? And I decided to get a utensil because I didn't have any gloves and I did not want to use my bare hands. I hate touching chicken with my bare hands, especially because I do have nails. Now, mind you, my nails are messed up. Some of them broken, some of them are not, but I do have some long nails. That's so ghetto. But I just did not want that underneath my nails. So I just got me a pair of tongs and mixed it all together. And then I am going to set this in my fridge to marinate for about an hour or two before I start cooking. Now remember, in one of my other videos I told y'all, slowly but surely I'll get my life together. Yep, got my fridge cleaned out. So it looks much better in there, and I'm proud of myself because that's one less thing that I do have to worry about. Now my pantry, we ain't gonna talk about that. But right here, I am just putting the chicken in my air fryer, and I put some aluminum foil down because I ain't got time to be washing that out. And I didn't want to make no dishes because normally I do pan fry my chicken for a chicken Alfredo. But this day I was just like, nope, we just gonna throw it in the air fryer and we just gonna cook it all in the air fryer. So that's what I did. One thing I do want to invest in is a bigger air fryer. This one is so small, so I can only fit a couple tenders in there at a time. But I'm a firm believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This air fryer works perfectly fine. So who am I to get a new one just to get a bigger one? This one gonna have to break down before I do that. Here you see me boiling my water for my penne noodles that I'm gonna use. And yes, that is a ramen noodle chicken noodle packet. It sure is the seasoning packet. Now I normally put like a chicken bouillon cube in there, but I didn't have any more, and I had a noodle packet randomly in my seasoning drawer, so I threw it up in there. And then I'm putting my noodles in there to let those boil for about 12 minutes. Once my noodles start to boil, I start my sauce. So I just have some heavy whipping cream and I pour that in the pan, a hot pan might I add. And normally I like to put my minced garlic in first and get that cooking, and then I add in my heavy whipping cream, but I forgot to do that. So you see me adding in my minced garlic right here, as well as some Tony's seasoning. So that is what I use to season my Alfredo sauce. It's honestly like the only seasoning that I do like to put in my Alfredo sauce, if I'm being honest. Sometimes I do put like Italian seasoning in it or something like that, but for whatever reason this day I just use Tony's. Remember, this is how I make my chicken Alfredo. This is the way that my family likes it. Well, if I'm being honest, the kids, they didn't like it. But mind you, these are the same kids that like Chef Boyardee mac and cheese out of the can. Taste buds are trash, okay? But me and my husband, we toe it up. They're not really pasta fans like that. I continue to make it to try to get them to eat it, and then also it's just like, I'm tired of making 2 meals, okay? So it's either y'all eat it or y'all gonna starve. This day they chose to eat it, they complained about it, but they didn't starve. So we're getting somewhere. I added in my cheese, and normally I like to use Parmesan cheese, but again, I didn't have Parmesan cheese. We working with what we got. So I had some Colby Jack shredded cheese, so I put that in there, and I'm just mixing that up. And it got real thick. I probably added too much cheese, so I had to add more heavy whipping cream. to this mixture to kind of thin it out a little bit, which you'll see me do a little bit later. But yeah. I have a confession to make. I used to eat the Alfredo sauce out of a can. Yeah, I know. My husband is the one who actually taught me how to make chicken Alfredo sauce from scratch, which is so crazy because I remember this was years ago. Oh my gosh, it was years ago. He used to be the one that cooked for us. I recently just started cooking within the past year and a half or so, but he used to be the one that cooked for the family. And I remember I saw him making it. I was like, why don't you just use the one in the can? And he was like, girl, I don't want no Alfredo sauce out no can. And so that was how I learned how to make it from scratch, and I ain't turned back. So here I'm just adding more Tony's to it. I tasted it. It didn't taste seasoned enough, so I added more Tony's to it, and I'm just going to continue to mix it until it is to my liking. Then I'm going to take it off of the heat and just set it to the side while my noodles finish boiling. I feel like you cannot have chicken Alfredo without, or any type of pasta without garlic bread. My kids love garlic bread. If they could, they would just eat garlic bread on its own. So I made them some garlic bread. My husband doesn't really, he trying to watch his figure, y'all. So he ain't want no carbs and I be following him. So I was like, okay, if you ain't gonna eat none, I ain't gonna eat none either. So I just made the kids their garlic bread to go with their pasta. Here's the chicken, it's all done. So I am just going to chop it up into smaller bits so that it is easier for the kids to eat. Mind you, I mean, they're 9, it's not like they're babies, but my son, he will be the one to point out that the chicken is too big in the pasta. So make sure I cut it up. My noodles are done, so I'm just gonna add all that sauce. And I like to make extra sauce because I like my pasta saucy. I don't like no dry pastas. Here I am adding in all that chicken. The chicken was so good. It was seasoned so good. Oh my gosh, it was very, very good. The kids, they did like the chicken. I think it's just they don't like, my husband explained it as they don't like, what did he say? I think he was like, they don't like fresh food. They like, he said they like that processed stuff. That's what he said. But I think it was a sauce that they didn't like. They did like the chicken. I just cut up my broccoli, put the broccoli in there as well, and mixed it all together. And there you have it, some chicken and broccoli Alfredo.